Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. It's Let It Rip Friday.
Hi, I'm Linda Mitchell, 54-year-old elite obstacle racer, award-winning fitness competitor, gym owner, and author. Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat podcast, where we will approach the difficult topics of life, interview inspiring guests, and bring empowerment to all. This community is a place where we can be who we are instead of who others want us to be. Let's get started.
And now, a word from our sponsors, Essential Formulas.
Believe it or not, weight management is more than simply calories in versus calories out. To achieve your ideal weight, your digestive system must function effectively. I'm Dr. Fred Pescatore, author of The Hamptons Diet and science advisor for Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics. Research has found that there are regulating factors that control absorption of calories and whether they are stored as fat. One of the most significant influences in our ability to keep fat off is having the proper amounts of beneficial bacteria in our GI tracts. These friendly bacteria help in regulating blood sugar and normalizing our appetite. I recommend taking Dr. Ohhira's Probiotics every day due to its carefully selected strains of live beneficial bacteria that work synergistically to maximize health, increase energy through better absorption of nutrients, and help with weight management. I believe that Dr. Ohhira's Probiotic is the most powerful and effective probiotic available today. Discover the Dr. Ohhira difference.
Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available at Vitamin Shoppe, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine health food stores nationwide.
Please don't forget to subscribe, rate, and write a quick review. This helps the Sisterhood of Sweat get noticed on iTunes. And I truly appreciate your support so much. We have been consistently hitting top 100 and top 50 for the last 6 months. If you want to help get my message out even more and impact more people's lives all over the globe, please post a picture of my show and tag me at Sisterhood of Sweat on any social media platform. It would mean the world to me. It is my goal to create a like-minded community of women who build each other up to create huge wins in their businesses, relationships, and life. Every Wednesday and Friday, I will be dropping a new show to ignite your life, fuel your passion, and give you the courage and confidence to go after what you want unapologetically. Today, I'm just going to talk about when you are in the midst of being a customer and you pay for something. You should always do your homework on what it is you're supposed to receive for your money. I guess that is elementary, my dear Watson. But so many of us will sign up for a course or maybe something where we have expectations, but maybe the fact is we didn't do our homework on what it was that we were expecting, and is that what the people say they are delivering? And in fact, do you know other people that have given them reviews that they have delivered this to before? Do they have a lot of rave reviews? Because when you deliver a product and your customer is happy and they get what they paid for, number one, and more than they paid for, number two, you over deliver on what they actually purchased, you are going to have 9 times out of 10 a very happy customer who is going to bring you return. They are going to tell somebody, mention you, tell their friend. Don't you like to share good things? Don't you be like, oh my gosh, this restaurant, you have to go here. It overlooks the ocean and the waiters sing to you and the violin plays and oh my gosh, you have to go, right? But like a bad experience is repeated over and over, 20 times over. When you really hate something a lot, your negative impression, people hear about that story so much more than the positive story. That's why as a business owner or anyone in the online space or someone providing a service or a product, pay attention to what you like, is what I have learned, what you like that the person did, what you could do better, how you could best serve the customer that you have. And of course, we can't please everyone, but going the extra mile and spelling out the expectations in the beginning of what the customer can expect, what the product actually is, what they're receiving goes a long way. You don't want your customer to be confused. Like if I promise you I am going to give you a yacht and then I try to sell you a yacht, you're going to be upset because I promised you I was going to give you a yacht. You're going to be like, wait, what is this? You just promised me you're going to give me a yacht, but now you're trying to sell me a yacht? Heck no, I don't even want anything from you. So like make clear on what it is you're doing, even if it's the most simple thing of like this video recently. I was in this course with Jess, but it's the Confident Coach, and she gave it free online. It was amazing, and I loved it. Got so much value out of it, which would make me want to sign up for more of what she offers. Hello. But she was talking about a person that made millions on teaching cats how to pee on the toilet. So yes, that basic skill, people wanted to know. Now, if she taught him how to flush, I might be interested. You're like, she did. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't have to be complicated, but it has to be clear. That is what I'm saying. So having that clarity around what you're offering and not overselling what you're offering so people won't be disappointed, but over delivering your offer will always return customer satisfaction. And then the other thing I wanted to cover is feedback, right? As a business owner, sometimes we might take it a little personal, but if you pay attention to what your customer is actually saying, you could learn so much. And what, the feedback is, it teaches you, are you being clear? Are you actually giving what you offered? Are you delivering? What else could you do better? And is your customer confused? Because a confused customer does not buy. Hello. And also, being nurturing to your customer, not like, I don't know. I remember one time going to this counseling appointment early on in our marriage. I went to like a marriage counselor, and he was so cut and dry, like, and rude at the end of like our visit. I was just kind of taken back by just the way he ended the visit, the cut and dry, I'm all about money, the clock is ticking. I don't know how to explain it, but if you've ever been in a situation where the clock is ticking and they're really just in it for the dollar and could care less about you, that isn't nurturing. It's like cut and dry, and you're like, okay, I don't think I'll be signing up for that anymore. And the other aspect is that marriage counselor had been divorced 5 times, I found out. So I don't think he's going to, maybe he could teach me what not to do, but I wanted to learn how to have a great marriage. So like when you want to learn something, let's say it is a course or, I don't know, schooling or whatever it is, being mentored, you want to make sure that person actually is in the position you want to be in, because they know how to get there. They have the roadmap. They can show you. They can teach you. They can be your guide. But you don't want somebody to teach you how to make millions that has never made millions. You don't want someone to teach you how to do things that they have really never done, and it's just all smoke and mirrors, and you want to see that their product has been something that people have enjoyed and that they have said, wow, this is amazing. I got all that I wanted from it and more. This is the product you want if you're trying to scale. Getting those rave reviews from your customers. And also, at the end of the day, don't you want to feel good about what you're doing? Because how could you feel good about not being nurturing to your customer, not delivering what you promised, and having customers that you don't understand why they're not buying from you? So feedback is essential, and we get it. We get it every day in life. We get feedback. Whatever we're putting out is what we get back in life. And whatever, like the feedback, like if I put in the work for a workout and I put my track shoes on and I measure what I'm doing and I make sure like that I track everything and I am putting in the work, I am going to get feedback. Feedback in the way my body feels, feedback in the way my pants fit, feedback in the way the scale reads. So everything is feedback. And if you're paying attention, you can take that feedback and it can be your fuel to the highest heights, guys. And all feedback is, this is the definition, is information about, it's information, information and reactions to a product, a person's performance of a task, which is used as a basis for improvement. And so many times we can be taking it personal when somebody gives us feedback. It may not always be given in love, or it might not always be given in the manner which we can receive it. But I think if instead of always being offended by it, you could use it as like a lesson and a basis for improvement, that you would be surprised at the outcome of that. And so the thing is, as customers, and I have to say, as women, many times we're afraid to complain. We don't want to make waves. We don't want to make anyone feel bad. But in essence, you are doing the business a favor if you do tell them, hey, I really love this, but I am lactose intolerant, and I did ask that there would be no dairy in that sauce. Or whatever your complaint is, you could sandwich it with some praise. But I think so many times we're like, well, I really overall loved it, but oh man, I was really disappointed about this or that. We're afraid to complain. We don't want to make waves, and we don't want the relationship with the other party to be, I can't think of it, uncomfortable would be the word. So I think there is a difference between negative feedback and positive feedback. And when you give feedback, if you can sandwich it with praise, you're always going to go far. And I think giving and receiving feedback are keys in the customer experience and also as the business owner. And it is a learning experience because not all feedback makes you feel good, right? So many people struggle with this fundamental skill of having a difficult conversation, giving feedback, and also, giving it is hard. But I think if you learn how to give it and a framework to put it in, and kind of realize how a person could receive it, giving feedback is crucial to everyone's growth. And also being able to receive feedback is impactful. It's like having a growth mindset. It's constructive, and it is what is going to help you soar and take your business and also the people you work with places. So I think it's ideal because so many times we really don't know what people actually think because so many people are just afraid. This is just like an overlooked skill so many people don't have. And I think they're afraid to actually tell you what they think, how they feel. So you're kind of aiming in the dark, so to speak. So sometimes turning on the light might be a little painful, but it could put you in a whole new direction, and your growth will attest to that. And I really got to say, with anything, like if you are being coached, being open to feedback of, why don't you try this? Or maybe if you did this and didn't have your alcohol all weekend and you tried having something else you like just as well, I know it's hard to replace alcohol, but bear with me for a moment. You would have the body that you want. Or it could be, if we could cut back on your smoking, your running, it would get so much better because you would have the lung power you need, and you would be able to breathe so much clearer if you just cut back to a couple cigarettes a day. Can't believe I'm saying that because you guys know I'm so against smoking, but but I'm just saying, like, as an analogy of feedback, or if our partner is equally very upset with us and they're criticizing, it's our initial reaction to shut down and not respond and not look at what they're actually saying to us. But if we could let go of our egos, which is hard, I know, for a second, and look at actually what the person is saying and say, is it true? How could I do better? How could I make a change? And listen to that feedback. So that is my 2 cents for the day. I hope you guys got something out of that. I would love to hear what you think, and
I hope that all of our listeners have enjoyed this podcast. And if you guys have really enjoyed this, please review us in iTunes, and also share this episode with your friends and your loved ones. Thanks again for listening to the Sisterhood of Sweat.